What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Super D's Master bringing you episode 10 of the Coach Baker Dynasty series. We're going to be playing Nebraska in the conference championship. If we're able to pull off the win in this one, we could possibly play for a national title. If not, definitely going to be bowl eligible, so we got all kinds of good stuff coming up. If you're new here, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe, do me a huge favor, hit the like, and let's get to the conference title. Coach Baker and the rest of the Purdue staff come into this week extra confident because they're rated #1 in the country, as well as they've already taken down the Cornhuskers once this season. The Purdue offense runs through Rondale Moore, and then our defensive captains are Derek Barnes and Kenneth Major. The Cornhuskers like to throw to Spielman on the outside. Boodle looks to lock up Moore while James is injured. Nebraska wins the coin toss and elects to kick off to the Boilermakers. They think it's a great idea to send us out and see what they've got to compete with on offense. Coach Baker loves the idea of being on offense first. He likes to make that other coach regret his decision of sending us out there and being the first to score in the game. The offense is able to move the ball pretty well until we get on the other side of the 50-yard line. We hit a little bit of a roadblock as the Cornhuskers get us in a 4th and 17, but who else to look to than Hopkins, the best tight end in the country. From 9 yards out, Sindelar keeps it on the read option, finds the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown run, making the score 7-0. We're forced into a punting situation our next time out on the field, which kind of works ourselves into a little bit of a hole as there's about 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Nebraska's got the lead 14-7, but Sindelar has not given up as he's still firing that cannon, looking for Hopkins and Moore to lead us to the promised land. Again, Coach Baker is going with the aggressive call as we go for it on 4th down, and Jackson Anthrop pulls through in the clutch big time for us as he gets a 14-yard pickup, and then we hand the ball off to Horvath, getting us just outside the 5-yard line, leading to this ballsy keep by Sindelar, setting up the 5-yard touchdown run, tying us at 14. Our defense is able to stuff the Cornhuskers and force a punt the next time out on the field, getting our offense the ball back. With just under 4 minutes to go in the first half, this is our chance to regain the lead. We could even take over the momentum in this game as our defense just got to stop. I mean, it's rolling in our favor at this point. We get so close to that goal line next time out, but we just can't get it done as Sindelar finds the middle linebacker Barry for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, giving them their first pick of the game. Now we're in a rush. We've got about a minute to go in this first half, and we've got to score. We know Nebraska is going to get the ball to start the second half, and we cannot start that second half in a hole. We have to score a touchdown before we go into half. Sindelar finds our #1 tight end in the country, Bryson Hopkins, to give us the lead just before halftime, 21-14. We kick off to Nebraska starting that second half, and our defense shuts them down, getting us the ball back and giving us a chance to take a 2-score lead in this third quarter. We begin our march down the field, hitting our key targets, Sparks, Moore, and Hopkins, getting us right inside that red zone, but the Nebraska defense has a different agenda as Ferguson picks us off for Sindelar's second pick of the game. This gives Scott Frost and his team a chance to get back in the game, which they take advantage of by punching it in the end zone, tying us up at 21. Coach Baker and Sindelar refuse to lie down though as they dial up just the right amount of run plays, just the right amount of pass plays to get us moving down the field, hitting our key targets again, getting us into Nebraska territory and setting up a nasty corner route run by Bryson Hopkins, who's able to just inch his way across the pylon before the Cornhuskers can edge him out of bounds. This sets a new school record for receiving touchdowns in a season, 16, now held by Hopkins. Our defense has another big stand as they force the Cornhuskers into a punting situation, getting us the ball back with just over 3 minutes to go. Sindelar gets just a touch too greedy on this drive though, trying to waste the clock as he throws a pick to Honus, giving the Cornhuskers a chance to fight their way back in if they can score. Our defense forces the Cornhuskers into a 3-and-out, but on our next possession, just trying to waste the clock, we're forced into a 3-and-out, again relying on our defense, and we're going to watch the end of this game as our defense comes in clutch, pushing us through to the national title game as we're able to hold the Cornhuskers off. Horvath can waste the clock out. We win the Big Ten championship 28-21. It was ugly, but we still got the job done. We're headed to the Natty, baby. Purdue is crowned king of football in the Big Ten as they bring the trophy back to West Lafayette for the first time since 2000. Let's get over to that Natty week to see who we're going to play. Our Heisman winner this year is Bryce Perkins from the University of Virginia. Our only award Award winner was Hopkins, winning the John Mackey Best Tight End in the Country Award. This week's Natty brings us a matchup of Stanford and Purdue. Herb Street thinks Purdue's walking out of there on top. I hope that doesn't jinx us. Let's get to that game action. Stanford looks to lean on KJ Costello and Paulson Adebo. Moore, Barnes, and Major are all eager to bring Purdue their first championship ring. Both defenses come out fired up as the offenses struggle to get the ball moving until about halfway through that first quarter, where we take over on offense and start to slowly work our way down the field into Cardinal territory, where Moore continues to set the bar higher and higher with each catch he makes, breaking his own record game after game. Rondale Moore isn't the only person to set a record in this first quarter, as this pass from Sindelar to Moore gives Sindelar the all-time passing record at Purdue. Congratulations on that big accomplishment there, bud. Coach Baker's offense continues to punch their way into Nebraska territory, where they keep hitting Hopkins and giving the ball off to Horvath. The Cornhuskers are able to stop us on a 3rd and long situation, forcing a field goal, but we do get the lead 3-0. Our defense is able to get a stop their next time out, getting us the ball back with a chance to score a touchdown and take a 10-point lead right here before halftime. I've got to tip my hat to Stanford and their coaching staff, as this is one of the toughest defenses we've faced all year long. They get us in quite a few 3rd down situations this game where we have to go for it on 4th and really hang everything out on the line. But if there's one man for the job, it is definitely Sindelar. He's the man that we're going to call on here as we get inside the red zone. He finds Jared Sparks getting us inside the 5, and he makes another good read on that option, pulls it and keeps it around the corner for a 4-yard touchdown, giving us a score of 10-0. Our defense is able to force a punt with just over a minute and a half to go in that first half. We get the ball back, and about 30 seconds later, Sindelar finds Moore for another touchdown, giving us a 17-point lead just before halftime. Coming out of the locker room from halftime, Stanford gets the ball and finds the end zone quickly, making the score 17-7, and then within no time, Sindelar throws a pick to their middle linebacker Barron, giving them a chance to make the score 14-17, which they seize the opportunity and do just that. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This once blowout is becoming a game. Coach Baker tries to go with a more conservative play call on this drive as we're working our way down the field with Horvath and Sindelar hitting it with their legs. We want to try to keep the ball away from that Stanford defense and out of their linebackers' hands. We try to hit Jared Sparks on a quick slant for a 3rd and 10 conversion, but that linebacker steps out and swats it away, causing us to kick a field goal. We do convert, giving us a 20-14 score. Stanford's offense gets stuffed their next time out. Just before the 4th quarter, our offense comes out, and again that linebacker core of the Cardinals tips a pass, and one of their safeties or corners picks it off, giving them another chance at life. Stanford's able to find the end zone after it was served to him on a golden platter by Sindelar. We come out down by 1 with just about 4 minutes to go in this game. With a game this close, it's anybody's game, especially with the amount of time that we have left. Sindelar makes another great pull on that. What balls he has. I don't know why he kept that. I would have definitely handed it off to Horvath, let him take the lick. Our quarterback is in one hell of a zone as he keeps finding his receivers and tight ends for first downs. As that game clock continues to tick away, Coach Baker wants to try to slow things down and chew the clock up. We've got a 3rd and short. He hands it to Fuller, who can't convert. The Cardinals call a timeout. Somehow, miraculously, our kicker misses that PAT of a chip shot field goal, putting the ball back into Stanford's hands, and somehow our defense shuts them down again. We have about 40 seconds left in this game, no timeouts. Sindelar's firing all he's got, trying to get us inside scoring position. All we need is a field goal, and Purdue's gonna get their first ring. The refs don't call that out of bounds. We don't have any timeouts. Purdue's head coach wanted a business personal foul called on Stanford's nose guard and couldn't get it.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business. We played it down.
The clock ticks away as we're in field goal position. We end up losing that one in a tough one, 21-20. We're not able to win our first trip to the BCS Bowl game, but that's okay. There's always next year. Remember, we've got a big 5-star recruit at quarterback. He's ready to take over for us anytime. Let's jump over to the end of this season and check out some of the stats we were able to compile this year. Sindelar breaks Curtis Painter's single season passing record with a new record of 4,244 104 yards. Rondale Moore breaks his own receiving record from last year with almost 100 more yards than he had the year before. What an immaculate season for Season 2 of Coach Baker's Dynasty Series. Purdue finishes the season 12-2, their best record since the program was founded in 1892. Although Coach Baker just signed an extension with the Boilermakers last season, he might have a chance to go be the head coach of a program elsewhere, and that's what his heart's always been with. He wants to lead a program from the top down. He wants to be the head coach and be the man in charge. We'll pick that up in episode 11, as well as the off-season recruiting and kick off season 3 to the Dynasty Series. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support so far. We're up to almost 25 subscribers total, and if you haven't already, or if you're new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you back on the holiday for some fireworks in episode 11.